UFC Fight Night Baku goes down this weekend. Jamahal Hill versus Khalil Rountree in the main event. And I'm going to go through the full card, giving you my picks on who's going to win. I picked Usman by decision last weekend. So, yeah, I really do this. You know, this isn't just some guy. This isn't some guy making silly little picks. You know, I'm for real. I'm the real ass deal. And you're about to see that. Sit back and take notes. Good card over in Azerbaijan. And I'm going to get into it, starting with the early prelim opener of, oh my god, I'm guru, Mohammed Usman versus Hamdy Abdelwahab. Hamdy Abdelwahab is back, and like I just said, I picked Usman last week by decision. Time to double down. The Usman boys are getting it done. Yeah, you'd be silly not to pick Usman, but yeah, I'm going Mo Usman. I'm going Mo Usman in this one. They actually just fought, not a similar opponent. He lost to Thomas Peterson. And Thomas Peterson just ragdolled and smooshed Dontel Mays. And Hamdy had a very close fight with Dontel Mays, a split decision win that he ended up popping for roids, which is not exactly why I'm going for it for this one. But, you know, the guy's an Olympic gold medalist in wrestling. I don't know if it's gold, but he doesn't wrestle. Mo Usman, you know, he can wrestle himself. I don't think they're going to wrestle. He just went to another split, close decision win against Jamal Pogues. Jamal Pogues and Mo Usman are basically the exact same guy. And that was already razor close. I think we're going to get a little bit more out of Mo Usman in this fight. He's old, so yeah, maybe not the best, but his striking's decent. Like, I think they're very just bottom of the barrel. Heavyweights. Hamdy's not impressed me. He's been having some close ones. He's game and he goes forward. But you know, I'm gonna say Mo Usman lands more of the shots here. Keeps him at range. Hamdy's a small guy. And I also, like I said, I like the fact that Kamaru just won last weekend. I'm gonna double down with the Usman brothers. Take Mo in this first one to kick off the card. Mo Usman gets it done by decision. Yeah, just two bottom feeder heavyweights. It's about time Hamdy loses his own. Split win Dontel Mays. Split win Jamal Pogues. Come on, he's bad. Mo Usman's bad too. We'll see what happens. And he's the underdog as well, so I like that. Kamaru was just the underdog. Come on, how many times do I have to mention it? Kamaru just won. His brother's going to win. All right, moving up to the second fight on the card, and very interesting one. Tagir Ulanbekov versus Azat Maksum. A bit of a short notice bout. He was supposed to fight Kyoji, like all the way up at the top of the card, so he's been absolutely relegated to the prelims. I'm going to go Tagir here by decision, just because Azat Maksum has been shown to not be that good. Split win with Tyson Nam, shown levels by Charles Johnson, which isn't a bad loss. Charles has been on a run. He's 30, and he's been losing in the striking, and he seems to be a decent striker, and he likes to strike himself. But, you know, he lost to Charles in the striking. I'm just not sure, because I've only seen this guy get in there twice. I'm not sure how someone who wants to go out and grapple with him does. You know, I know that if you're a good enough striker, you can beat him. But Tagir's not the Charles Johnson type of striker. He's decent himself, but he's not. And he's going to go out there and grapple. Like, maybe Azat Maksum is just someone who's really good at stuff and takedowns and stuff. So I am worried about this one. You know, Azat's got a chance, but I'm going to go Ulanbekov just to get it done. Not the most exciting fight. Maybe he submits him, but, you know, I've only seen this guy lose in the striking. So I've got a feeling that he's got good fundamentals on the ground, good takedown defense. Flyweights are pretty good. So yeah, I'm going to go Tagir by decision. Bit of a stinker. Moving on to the girls. Now we get to the finishes. I've picked a lot of decisions on this card. If you can get a little sneak peek there. A lot of decisions, but not when it comes to the chicks. As you can see, Klaudia is actually quite pretty herself. But yeah, I'm going to go Irina Alekseeva here. Irina Alekseeva versus Klaudia Sygula. By submission, first round armbar actually. Melissa Mullins was able to get this poor girl down, who's very pretty in 26. Irina seems to be a dog. She just lost to Melissa Mullins as well. So, like, it's a Melissa Mullins fest on this card. And then we're moving on to Melissa Mullins after this, who's fighting a girl who's also lost to Melissa Mullins. Melissa Mullins simulated today. But Russian Ronda, she knee-barred Edgar, which looks great. You know, people don't really submit Edgar. Stephanie Page, MVP's sister, beat her too. Nah, that's not true. But Melissa Mullins is really good. It was a decision loss. Melissa's a prospect. Klaudia just doesn't seem to have the grappling. And Irina can mix it in. She's dog tough and she is vicious as well. She looks nothing like this, though. She actually looks like just a decent looking girl there, but she's fallen down the barrel. Looks like Jared Gordon these days. All right, but yeah, I'm going Irina by submission. Feel pretty good about that one, but maybe Klaudia gets it done. I haven't really seen too much of her. Has she had 2 fights in the UFC or just the 1? No, wait. Just 1 fight and she lost. So, hey, this is her 2nd fight. We'll see what she's got for us. All right, moving on to Melissa Mullins versus Darya Zheleznyakova. A rematch that I don't think anyone wanted. We just seen Darya get taken down and easily smushed by Perez. You know, that's what Melissa does. She takes people down. She does work on the ground. She's actually, like, is this... There. She's already taken this girl down and done work with her. I haven't seen this one. Apparently it was an early stoppage. So yeah, let's run it back, man. Because we just had to know what would really happen. But I'm going to pick her to take her down and ground and pound to finish her again. She just did that in that one. She did it to her the first time. I'm going to go 2nd round though. 2nd round ground and pound TKO. Because early stoppage, it was at the end of the 1st round. So it probably gets into the 2nd. We're under the UFC banner. Maybe takes her time. Maybe it's a 1st rounder. She really puts a stamp on it. I mean, Darya seems to have no grappling, but these guys actually look quite good. Melissa's got a bit of something about her. And Darya's not that bad, but not my type personally. But I don't know, a bit skanky. Is that just me or like? Look at Melissa. I don't know, something about her. But yeah, I'm going Melissa Mullins ground and pound TKO in the 2nd round. Yeah, I feel good about that one as well. I reckon both the girls win, but maybe Irina does it. But Melissa Mullins, she should be a lock. She is a lock. Melissa Mullins 100% wins. Let's move on to Ismail Naurdiev versus Yong Park. I enjoy this fight. Technical one, but it's probably not going to be fun. So, you know what? I don't enjoy this fight. But I'm actually going to pick Ismail Naurdiev. I think this is a good opportunity to pick him as a good dog. And I like him. And as someone who's rated Yong Park very highly before, picked him to beat Darya and stuff. Ran into Andre Muniz and fucking lost? Are you serious? Lost a decision on... Are you serious, Iron Turtle? What are you doing? You know he gets fucking caressed on the face and gets KO'd by it, right? I could KO Andre Muniz. This just in. I'd sleep the cunt. So how dare you go to a decision with him? And Albert Darya's pretty shit. And Ismail Naurdiev is like, what, 28? Looks really technical. I think he's the underdog in this one because he didn't finish Bruno Silva. But hey, he's not a finisher. He's still dominated Bruno. He's still 10 steps ahead. Easily won 30-27. Just took him down in moments. Outstruck him. He has fast body kicks. Good technical striking. You know, these losses don't look the best. But hey, 3 years ago, the guy's 28. So this was what? When he was 25, lost to Vadim Kutsu, who has a good record. But this 16-1 guy, he actually lost to Daniel Barres, who then came in and lost to Reese McKee. So that kind of looks a little bit shit. But yeah, just because I legit think these odds are, hey, he didn't finish Bruno. Bruno just absolutely got killed. Like, Ismail Naurdiev must be bad. But I don't think that's the case. Oh, look, Sean Brady. He's been in the UFC before. When he was what? Fucking like 21 it must have been. Seeming he's 28 now in 2025. Well, that's not the math, but 2020, he was young. That's my main thing. Looks really technical. I reckon he gets a decision win. I don't see any of them being able to grapple the other. Maybe Naurdiev does land a takedown here and there. That would be beneficial, but I think he could just outstrike Yong Park. You know, Yong Park's a good fighter, technical, sound. Has a, you know, he's just decent. He's decent, but he really let me down in the Andre Muniz one. Beat Brad Tavares, like, not blowing me away, man. Split win against Brad Tavares. You're saying Ismail Naurdiev doesn't beat Brad? He also got dropped on his ass by Brad in the 1st round, which looked bad. I'm feeling good about this one. I feel good about Ismail Naurdiev on his 2nd run in the UFC. A little bit cute. A little bit of a cute Russian guy. You don't get a lot of those. Yong Park's pretty cute too. But yeah, I just think way more technical, faster, younger, more in his prime. Would he lose to Andre Muniz? Ask yourself that. Who the fuck loses to Andre Muniz? Are you serious? Forget it. We're moving on. Naurdiev fucking schools this bum. How dare you? Muniz? Oh my god. He sucks. Alright, moving on. Moving on to Seokyeon Ko, the Korean Tyson, versus the Welsh gangster himself. Bit of a fun one here. Obviously, you know the story with this one. They were supposed to fight Rammers. He was supposed to fight Billy Ray. They pull out in with these guys. His nickname's KO. Like, are you an idiot? Your last name's KO. Why have that as your nickname? So you're telling me your name is Seokyeon Kolko? What, like I'm having a fucking cappuccino? What a dumbass nickname. Like, you've already got KO in your name. That's sick. How about Brutal KO? How about your nickname's Brutal? Not KO. Dumbass, you lose by decision though. By decision, because he's pretty good. But both of his losses, as you can see, he's 11-2. They're both by KO, actually. So maybe it's just the case of when this guy does lose, he gets finished. But Oban's not this relentless finisher. He's a technical sound guy. I don't think these guys will be able to grapple with each other. Ko's known for grappling. I think he's won a Sambo World Championship, which is crazy because he's Korean. But yeah, that just shows how good he is. And Oban is young. He's improving every fight. I picked him to knock out Basil Hafez in the third round like a fucking G. And I also picked this guy there, fraud check Igor Cavalcanti, just because Igor Cavalcanti's record stunk like shit, if you ask me. Like, stunk like absolute shit. I'm trying to click into it, but it's not letting me. But it was just a bunch of first round finishes. What happens if that doesn't happen? You lose. But yeah, I'm going Oban by decision. Gets this one done with better boxing on the feet. His boxing is pretty sound. And you can tell he's a fighter that, like, he's really teachable, I think. Oban's really teachable. Every time I've seen him go out there, I'm like, fucking hell, he looks a little bit better. And his boxing impressed me last time. He gets this one done on the feet, landing better shots. He could even KO KO the KO guy. So yeah, what a dumbass name. As you can see, I'm not pleased by that. Moving on to the first fight on the main card. And this might be, out of all the fights we've broken down, this one I run into real trouble with. God, I wish I had the balls to pick Bogdan Grad. But I'm going to go Mohammed Naimov. Like, Bogdan Grad never blew me away. I picked Lucas Alexander to beat him. He didn't. That's okay. These guys are the exact same age, nearly. Two decent fighters to watch down at featherweight. Lost to Felipe Lima, which doesn't look that bad. But it was upper weight class. But Felipe's a dog. And it was, just perfect circumstances. Tom Nolan laid this guy out. I think he's very open. But the win against Michael Aswell looks kind of decent. He just impressed everyone. And then he seems to have like great cardio, dog toughness. I just don't know how he wins this one. Maybe on the feet, actually. But yeah, I'm just going to have to trust Naimov. He loves winning in these countries as well. Except for when he lost. So, never mind. But God, his wins are just shit. No, Nathaniel Wood's a great win. What are we saying? Yeah, he at least made it close with Nathaniel Wood, who's a beast. But yeah, his wins aren't the best, but neither are Bogdan Grad's. But I worry about this one, but I'm just going to go Naimov. The way Bogdan comes in and throws hooks, he's very game, but I think his chin is on a platter, ready to be taken off. Maybe Naimov does that, but I'll go decision. Oh, you know what? I'll probably actually change that to KO. I'm starting to think he cleans his chin. I'll go KO there, because I don't actually see this going the distance. If Naimov wins, they just have a close sign. Like, if it goes the distance, Bogdan Grad probably wins. I worry about that one. I reckon Bogdan Grad's got a great chance, man. Decision against Khan Offley. He's never blowing you away, but neither is Bogdan. That's a tough one. And moving on to another good fight on the card. Checking if my mic's working. Nazim Sadykhov, the Black Wolf versus Nikolas Motta. Now, if only I had the balls to pick Nikolas Motta, because as a big Nazim lover, I really worry about this one. I think this is a bad matchup for him. I think Nick Motta's going to be faster on the feet. He's pretty good as well. He's 32, and that they're both good fighters. But I think Nazim could actually premature stoppage. That's crazy. That's crazy to see that no contest due to a premature stoppage. That is insane. I remember that one. Trey Ogden got robbed. He put him in an arm triangle and was about to make him tap, but the ref shot the dick there. Wait, who am I looking at? Oh, wow, they've both been KO'd. No, he beat Tom Nolan. Knocked him out. Beat Mahashate. He's been looking good. Trey Ogden smushed him, but he was a relentless grappler. Manuel Torres caught him with a perfect elbow. That shit happens. And did he lose his debut? I think Motta lost his debut before that. Or maybe his debut was against Cameron Van Camp. No. All right, I have to see now. I think he lost his debut, and then he knocked out Cameron Van Camp. Yeah, Jim Miller laid him out. Yeah, see that? Actually, that's not that good, is it? But I don't know. I really worry about this one. I know everyone will be very confident in Nazim, but as a Nazim lover, I'm telling you, this is going to be iffy. Motta's probably going to be faster. Like, is Nazim going to be able to land a perfect dangly question mark kick that just opens up a cut, or a knee that opens up a cut on Evan Elder? But he's got, he's really polished. He's calm. He can pick it up going later. I do worry about this one, but I hope he mixes in the grappling to open up the striking, make Motta worry a bit. Mix in a couple takedowns. Just make him worry about it. Motta doesn't seem to be the strongest guy, but he's technical on the feet and he's sound. He's got real fast hands. I can see Motta winning this one, even by decision. Just landing more and better. Nazim just can't quite get it going. Often you're watching Nazim and you're like, come on, you need a bit more out of him. He's not that big volume striker or something, but he's talented. He is talented. I'm going to just trust in him. Don't have the balls to pick a big underdog in Motta, but I really won't be surprised if Motta gets this done. And I picked Nazim against Bonfim. Actually, picked Bolshev. I had a feeling about that one and nearly got it right. But I picked Nazim all the way, except for the Bolshev fight. I know Nazim. This is worrying. And I picked him to beat McKinney. That was easy. All right, moving on to the fourth fight up on the main card. Not even the featured bout. Mike Tybek Oralboy versus Tofik Musayev. And as you know me, I'm a UFC fan. Never seen Tofik Musayev in my life. Hasn't fought in 2 years, which is definitely a 15-5 guy. Koji Takeda. I just can't pick him. He's also 35. When you look at Oralboy, I know the jokes about him being an ancient caveman is pretty funny, but he's actually 27 and a prospect, which is crazy. Just lost to Rebecca, who's 22, who's a 20-2 monster himself. And these are just losses you need to take to get better, improve. I like that for him. I like that. I had a bad feeling about the Rebecca fight. And he was on a crazy run before that. 8 fights in a row, runs into Rebecca while he's 26, takes a tough, close loss, and now he gets back into the win column, back into the groove of things, beating a debuting guy who's just here because he's got the same flag as the place we're fighting at. But no, I heard this guy's really good, and look at that record, 22-5. Heard he's good, he was a champion rising or shit. But yeah, just not going to pick him, and I'm notorious for not picking people coming into the UFC. Picked Mario Batista, yep. But I actually picked Carlos Lee to beat Renat. When it's short notice, it trumps it. You can pick guys coming into the UFC as long as it's super short notice, because weird shit happens. But I'm going Oralboy by decision. This guy, I've never seen him before, but I imagine he is a vet, and I don't see him getting chinned. I don't see him getting really subbed. Maybe he gets subbed, though, but yeah. I'm going him. No, I'm not. I'm going Oralboy by decision. A lot of decisions. I'm going Nazim by decision, too. I'm going Naimov by KO in the second. Oban decision. Naurdiev decision. The girls both get it finished. All the boys are going the distance, according to me. So hopefully I'm wrong, but, come on. All right, Curtis Blades versus Rizvan, the real featured fight. Rizvan Kuniev, the Riz Lord. He rizzes you up and then he puts you into his... shit joke. My bad. But yeah, I'm actually going to go Rizvan Kuniev for the third time. Hopefully this one actually gets to materialize. We'll see if I'm going to be right. Just fucking hell. Just hurry up. Just get this on over with, Not the video. The video's awesome. This fight. Sick of it. Now we're in Azerbaijan. They're just on planes and shit. Going to every arena but never actually fighting each other. Blades got the runs last time. No, I don't know. But he was sick. I don't think he got the runs, but that'd be funny. Piper got the runs though. Loser. Alright, sorry. Rizvan by first round KO. I really like what I see out of this guy. He's poised. He's calm. He doesn't get overwhelmed. People call him some flabby mess, but, he was this flabby in his Contender Series fight. In his second one, at least. I think he's been on the Contender Series twice. Yet one there. This one, he was more in shape. No, this one, he was flabby. Third round KO, he can pick it up as it goes late. This Hugo Cunha guy didn't even throw a fucking punch at him, so never mind. But he's on a run, he's poised, he's got good boxing, hard hands, he's 32, he's kind of in his prime, you could say he's 6'4", he's on a 19 fight win streak, which is fucking insane. And Blade's just been KO'd one too many times for my liking. You can't trust in his chin. He is hittable. He likes to box. He goes for the path of most resistance because he's brain dead. No takedowns to be shot in this one, maybe. But maybe he will. But Rizvan would stuff them anyways. He's from Dagestan. Don't be silly. He's from Dagestan. But yeah, I do believe in Rizvan here. And I think there's a reason UFC are putting this together. Some say it's because, this guy beat Hannon. Ngannou beat Hannon. It'd be so cool if Blades beat him. But what does that prove? Ngannou knocked out Blades twice. So it's like, see, this Blades beat the guy that lost to Ngannou. Yeah, but Ngannou's killed Blades twice. So what's that proving? Oh, see, Blades is better than him, but we know Ngannou's better than Blades. But I think they're doing this because they think this is a great opportunity to get a new heavyweight at the top of the sport. And Curtis, you can't trust in the guy. He loves to box. Just got KO'd by Aspinall. Maybe that was one too many. It was a short stoppage, which I like. I like Curtis a lot. He's a great guy. Really great guy. If he wins, I'll be happy, but probably not because I would have got my pick wrong. But I'm going Rizvan Cunha by first round KO. Really poised, good boxer. Gives me Azamat Mezhakano vibes a little bit. And yeah, just not going to trust in Blades. Been KO'd 5 times. 5 times he's been removed from consciousness, badly too. So yeah, I'm going to go Kuniev to show up in his debut. And got to pick an underdog. Well, don't have to, but he's an underdog and I'm picking him. Co-main, Fiziev versus Bahamondes, Ignacio Bahamondes. And I will be taking Bahamondes. Now, after getting burnt by Fiziev twice against Gaethje, very confident in the last one and just got made a fool. So now I'm scarred for life and I won't be trusting him ever again. Dead to me. Didn't even throw hands at Gaethje's head, it seems. He's on a bit of a loss streak. This kind of feels like one he might get back. And then also he lost to Ludovic Klein. Ludovic Klein and Fiziev are the same guy. Not the same guy, but you know what I mean by that. Very similar styles. Very, very similar matchup. The shorter, fast, snappy kickboxer with good kicks and fast hands. We've got that again. But I just think Ignacio's on an absolute run at the moment. He's 27. He's getting better each fight. And I think he can... I like his range here. I reckon he'll be kicking at Fiziev a lot. Maybe staying out of range, not fighting in the pocket. I can see Fiziev's short arms, him not, letting out a 3-piece, 2 to the body, going upstairs. But then Bahamondes just isn't there anymore. He's out of range. I could see a straight right going right down the pipe, cracking Fiziev. But I'm going to go a technical Bahamondes decision, picking up maybe every round. Maybe he loses the first, gets the second 2. I don't think there'll be any grappling in this one. I don't think Fiziev can get Bahamondes down. I don't think Bahamondes can get Fiziev down. If Fiziev does get him down, I don't worry about it. I don't worry about grappling here. Everyone's very close together. The damage Fiziev's been taken off, but also maybe he was just worried about that Gaethje one. He knows how much damage he took in that one. He was scarred for life. I think he fought very shit in that most recent one. But yeah, I'm going to go Bahamondes. Just going to keep trusting in the incline of his career. Bilal says he's the best striker in the UFC. And would Bilal lie to me? I don't know. But yeah, I'm just going to go Bahamondes. Decision. Striking at range, and he does impress me. He's really technical. I think he can kick the legs and just mix it up. Body kicks. Sort of similar to his Trey Ogden performance. But, Trey Ogden and Fiziev, completely different ball games. So I understand it. But he's better. He's really good. He's 27. He's coming into his prime. And he's been looking great. Killed Manuel Torres. Does Fiziev just instantly kill Torres? Or do they have a really close fight where maybe they both hurt each other? And I used to really rate Fiziev. If you would ask me who's the best striker in lightweight 2 years ago, I might have said him. But yeah, I've just been shown to be wrong. That's what's happened. I've been shown to be wrong. Gaethje beat you? Are you guys picking Gaethje to beat Bahamondes? I don't think so. Bahamondes, I think he's the real deal. And I'll be picking him by decision. Just technical on the outside, not engaging. Not being silly and engaging with the pocket, but maybe just blood. Could you imagine he KOs Fiziev? The absolute scenes. And moving on to the main event, trying to go back to back here. Not many people would be developing a streak. They'd be trying to get back into the win column, but I'm going for 2 for 2 because I picked Usman. Did you guys know that? But yeah, main event, Jamahal Hill versus Khalil Rountree Jr. And I'll be going Khalil. Yeah, I'm going Khalil. I feel decent about this. I'm feeling decent. I'll be like, yeah, I just can't pick Hill. Can't pick Hill. And as someone who was very confident Hill would beat Yuri, I was very surprised. And just how sloppy he was, slow, overthrew on himself, left himself very open, drops his hands a lot. Throw a leg kick, Hill. You know you're fighting Yuri, right? Probably like throw a leg kick, try and take out his legs. Maybe that will stop all this movement. Everyone's like, whoa, prime Yuri, completely different guy. Yeah, Yuri was just a completely different guy from the last 4 months that we've seen him. Like we just seen him 4 months ago. You know what it was? Jamahal Hill didn't fucking kick his legs like an idiot to take away that movement. So he got styled on. So it just doesn't seem like he has fucking any idea on how to game plan then. Throw a kick at Yuri. Don't just box with him. Got absolutely styled on. I made to look a cunt out of. And Khalil just super fast, man. Really impressed me in that last one. People question his cardio. He went 4 rounds with Pereira in Utah. So I'm not questioning his cardio. He can actually slow down the pace a lot as well. I trust him to actually kick Jamal's legs. I think he'd be kicking Jamal's legs. I think this could be a slow, technical, striking bout, like a low output where they respect each other. Rountree's just getting the better of it. I can see this being a slow, technical decision, but I'm going to go Rountree by KO. Time to eat your words for what you said, because don't you forget that he was saying, I got caught, you got dominated. There's levels. Talking all the shit about Yuri. He was talking all the shit about Yuri. Talking all the shit about Khalil Hill. And the UFC's like, all right, time to pay the piper. Time to put those words to the test. They put him against Yuri. Those words didn't hold up. And now he's fighting Khalil, fuck's sake, who he talked a lot of shit about. And I think it's time that you fucking eat those words, Jamal. Who I don't mind particularly. These guys are the same age. Everyone's saying, but the damage Khalil's coming off. The damage Hill's coming off. 4 months ago, he got dropped badly in the first round, then absolutely decapitated in the third. You know, he's taken a lot of time off. It's not like he got viciously flatline KO'd and he was out for minutes. Like, a lot of it was, a lot of face damage, similar to the Reyes one. But did he get flatline KO'd? He actually got folded by body shots. So it wasn't even like a brutal KO he's got to come back from. These are 2 bad KOs. And Jamahal Hill's had a notorious great chin. These are 2 bad KOs. This is a pretty fast turnaround. I just think he's way too slow, too sloppy, overthrows on himself, not enough good footwork. And I think Khalil is fast, snappy. Everyone like, what about the Jacoby performance? Like 3 years ago now. 3 years ago. I know he's not beating the best guys, but when you look at Hill's win, like the Glover one was impressive. Glover coming off a lot of wars, 42. But this was impressive. But when you look at Hill's ones, like they're not impressive. Johnny Walker first round KO. Jimmy Crute first round KO. And we thought this guy was some sniper. But no, he's just a good boxer. He's a good light heavyweight fighter. But Thiago Santos, like 4 rounds with him, getting taken down and stuff. I just think he's been found out to just be... And maybe we find out Khalil's not that mid-level as well, because, you know, it's very much of the same. Like, they've not ever blown you away. Oh, that's a sick win. Well, Jamahal Hill's win over Glover's a sick win. So, yeah, I'm going Khalil. Way faster, more technical, doesn't overthrow on himself, more power in his hands as well, I think. And really impressed me with how fast he was in that last one. And I know... And he did do good against Pereira. Also, that was the first time he's ever gone 5 rounds. I think that was the first time he's ever been out of the 3rd round. Whereas Hill, 5 rounds with Glover, 4 rounds with Santos. You know, that's going to be really good for Rountree's career. You know, he's never gone past the 3rd round before then. And that was at altitude against Alex Pereira. Now he's back at... I don't know where Azerbaijan is, but I think it's on sea level against Jamahal Hill. Completely different ball game, and he's going to get it done. I reckon he gets it done by KO in the 3rd round, chewing up Hill's legs early and landing a big shot. But maybe decision. Maybe I should actually gun decision. But yeah, I'm going to go KO, and Hill just goes on a notorious run of getting slept by all the guys he talked shit about. Time to pay the piper, and that's it. That's all the picks. How many fights are on the card? 12. Just 12. I think we lost one, did we? Feels like we lost one. I feel like that was 13. But yep, that's it. They're all my picks. How long did I go for? Nearly half an hour. So this is a bit of a long one for you guys. You're welcome. But just to recap, we're going Usman by decision as a dog. We're going Tagir by decision. Stale. Irina gets a first round armbar. Melissa Mullins ground and pounds Darya in the second round. But maybe the first, but second. Naurdiev gets a unanimous decision. More technical. Oban Elliot gets a unanimous decision as well. Maybe sleeps him, but I'll go decision. Naimov KO second round. Nazim. Oh, God. I went to say Motta. Nazim decision. The old me would have picked Motta though. Mike out before I had 2K subs and didn't want to be dumbly wrong, because like if I'm just sitting at home on my own couch, maybe I'll pick Motta, but if Nazim does win, like he's very much expected to, I'll look like so dumb for picking Motta. But remember I said don't put Nazim in any multis, man. Trust me. Mike Becker all by wins a decision, unanimous. Rizvan brutal first round KO by Amonda's decision, and Rountree KO in the third round. Not the funnest card, by the way. I've predicted it. A lot of decisions, but hopefully I'm wrong. But am I? When does that happen? No, it happens a lot. All right, and that's it. 31 minutes on the dot. Was I in frame enough? I feel like my face cam was a bit small. But yeah, and up the Blues. Yes. Yes, sir. All right, see. Sorry. Oh, shit.